Hey everyone, Ryan here and welcome to Awesome Games We Playin', and today's episode is about Infinity Strash, Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai. First of all, huge thanks to Square Enix for providing me the PS5 review code for this game. So this game has been getting Infinity trashed across reviewers everywhere, sorry for the bad pun, but now that I've played it, does it live up to its reputation so far? I'll say yes and no. First of all, I'm a huge fan of Dragon Quest and Dragon Quest Dai, and I've read the entire manga and watched all 100 episodes of the anime. Now the entire anime is dubbed in English, and the manga only has 5 English volumes so far at the time of this video's release. So this game was announced in 2020 during the 34th Dragon Quest anniversary, and I was really looking forward to it, and it's definitely apparent that the pandemic caused a lot of delays with this game. So over 3 years later, was it worth it? So the biggest thing that reviewers are bashing about the game is that it recaps the anime way too long with stills and not fully animated cutscenes, which is nice for YouTube reviewers so they won't get hit with Content ID, and the game does use music from the 2020 anime series, so I'm using the normal Dragon Quest music in this video so I won't get hit with Content ID here. It's not like Metal Gear Solid 4 levels of bad where you're watching cutscenes for 10 hours and only having 2 hours of gameplay, but I do think the anime recaps are a tad excessive and you really just want to get to the gameplay. And I'll say this, the game is fun when you actually get to play it and not watch still image recaps of the anime. And I'll definitely say the voice acting is top notch from the English dub cast, which is really good, and so at least it's consistent and not Japanese only like games like Jump Force. And as for the actual action RPG gameplay, it's definitely fun, although not as solid as Ninja Gaiden or Zelda, but definitely good enough, and definitely a much better non-laggy experience unlike Dragon Quest Treasures, and the game does run at a solid 60 frames per second and doesn't feel like a chug fest like Dragon Quest Treasures did. And you do get a mix of close and long range attacks along with a block and dodge button, so if you're Dai you'll have a close range default attack along with some long range attacks, and characters like Pop and Mom have long range attacks along with magic. I'm playing on the normal difficulty and it feels like the game is a bit on the easy side, although some of the bosses like Crocodile get a little tougher, but I didn't really find the game super challenging, just as long as you block and dodge when you need to and not mindlessly mash the attack button. And as the game progresses you do get bond memories that you can equip and they help power up your characters, and these are made of art from the manga, which is really cool. And when you finish the game you can do the Temple of Recollection, which is all focused on the gameplay and not recapping stills of the anime for like 10 hours. So the game only covers up to the first 40 or so episodes of the anime, so you won't get the whole Dai story, and I predict it will take about 3 games to cover the entire story, but due to the poor reception the game's been getting and how Dai's been treated here in the US, where we still don't have a physical release of the anime, and Viz hasn't gone past 5 volumes of the manga, and I'm not so sure we'll even get any follow-up games, but we'll see. I really hope this game does well enough so we can at least finish the entire story, and I hope Square Enix does take the criticism to heart and makes improvements to the next game with less anime recaps and more focus on the actual gameplay. So is this game as bad as the reviews are saying? In my opinion, not really, but you should wait for a massive discount for this game to reach $19.99, and while the anime recaps are super excessive, there is a fun game in here which can be improved with a sequel. So right now here in the US it's only available digitally on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and the PS4 and 5, and you can get a physical copy from PlayAsia that does have the English in it if you prefer that. So if you're a hardcore fan of Dragon Quest Dai, then definitely check this game out and support it so we can get a much more improved sequel that will continue the story. And with that said, thanks again to Square Enix for providing the review copy of this game, and that ends this episode of Awesome Games We Playin'. I'm Ryan, and see you later gamers, and don't Infinity trash this game too much. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to check out these other videos, and also make sure to follow me on social media and check out the official Battle Geek Plus website. Take care.